Right, hello lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under. And holy shit, what happened last night? Seriously, I go to bed last night hoping, just praying that there'll be enough Celtic news that I can actually make a decent video for you guys. And I wake up this morning and I'm absolutely bombarded with story after story of Celtic. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not complaining by any means. I absolutely love it. But after a solid 2 weeks of like maybe one decent story a day, it just caught me off guard. There's not much else to say about that. Now, before we go any further, if you guys are enjoying the channel, enjoying these content videos, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, trying to hit 3,000 subscribers before Ange Ball returns. It's very soon, so we haven't got long, but we're not far away. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, let's start with the biggest piece of news in Celtic Football Club today. Celtic have officially signed Cameron Carter-Vickers on a permanent transfer deal. Not just for 1 year, not just for 2 years, not just for 3 years, but for 4 years. Deep breaths, everyone. Deep breath. That is the sweetest thing to come in this off-season so far. So many people were nervous that we wouldn't be able to get the deal done, whether that be Cameron Carter-Vickers not wanting to return or the board not wanting to pay up the money, but he's here and he's here to stay. A rumoured fee of £6 million with add-ons taking it to around 10 million overall. And if you ask me, he is worth every single quid we paid for him. Now, he hinted in the media a couple of days ago, or maybe 3-4 days ago, that he wanted to stay at Celtic, and all the fans wanted him to stay, and he's not leaving, and he's clearly so very happy at Celtic, stating in an interview with Celtic, "I am so pleased to complete my move to Celtic, and I really could not be happier. I've loved every minute of my time at Celtic so far, and I really wanted to be part of the club's future. I've received such a great welcome from everyone at the club from day one, and also from our supporters. When you are fortunate enough to be inside Celtic, you can see it really is one of the world's great football clubs. I am delighted to be given this opportunity at a club of this stature, and I will be doing all I can to play my part in bringing more and more success to our fans." He's one half of the best centre-back pairing in the league. Yeah, he arguably scored the goal that won Celtic the league. It was like a half volley, I think we can call it, a half volley at Ibrox, 2-1 victory. That's pretty much secured the league. I am buzzing we got this deal done. I am absolutely over the moon. I'm so delighted. I think everyone out there, every Celtic fan out there should be absolutely delighted we got this deal done. And now I guess the deal is on Jota. The focus is on Jota, sorry. Hopefully there'll be an announcement on him in the coming days. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, let's celebrate Cameron Carter-Vickers signing permanently. It's huge. It's absolutely incredible. He is a superstar in the making. Next up, we have arguably the greatest ever Australian footballer set to join Celtic. Harry Kewell is set to join Celtic's first team coaching ranks as one of Ange Postecoglou's assistants. Funny that the greatest ever Australian manager paired up with pretty much the greatest ever Australian footballer at the same club. Now this does come as a bit of surprise, I can't lie. Ange decided against altering the backroom staff last year when he came in, probably because of how late he came in. He didn't really he wanted to focus on bringing players in rather than staff at that point, which is fair enough. Now, as a footballer, Harry Kewell, he was one of the best, without a doubt. One part of Australia's golden generation. He played for Leeds, he played for Liverpool, won a Champions League there. He helped take Australia to our first World Cup in 32 years. And as he was an incredible footballer, but he's not so good of a coach. I have to be completely honest here. All national bias aside, I have to be honest that he hasn't showed that greater qualities as a manager, but he is coming as an assistant coach, not as the first team coach. If he was coming as the first team coach, as the head coach, I'd just be more shocked that Ange was leaving more than anything. But regardless, what a better place than to come and learn and to help develop your trade than under Ange Postecoglou. And, Ange has said recently himself, it wasn't that recently, but he said before that he is a big admirer of Kewell, and I think, I'm curious to see how this deal goes. I'm sure that it won't have too much of an impact at Celtic, in the fact that he's an assistant manager, and it's always going to be the head coach who gets all the plaudits and whatnot, because he deserves it. Ange is the greatest manager in Australian football history. But still, what I'm more curious to see, I think, in this deal is that who's going to leave? You know, we've got John Kennedy, Gavin Strachan, Stevie McManus, and also, Stephen McManus and Stevie Woods all there. So it's curious, who is going to leave? Now, if you ask me, I think the most sensible option, I think it's going to be Stevie Woods or Stephen McManus. I don't think Gavin Strachan or John Kennedy are going to be let go. Now, on the alternative, maybe one of them has secured a job elsewhere, but it hasn't been officially announced yet, and that is why Ange has sought to bring in Harry Kewell as a replacement, maybe. We can all just speculate about it right now. I'm not sure what, but we'll have to wait and see. Watch this space, because I'm pretty certain an announcement will come in the next couple of days on this, but I'm still excited for the coaching link-up, you know, and also it's an indicator for us fans that the board backs Ange, because I'm sure the board wouldn't want to bring in Harry Kewell if Ange didn't want to bring in Harry Kewell. You know what I'm trying to say here? I think this is Ange wanting to bring him in, and I think it highlights the fact that that he has the full backing of the board, just as he has the full backing of the board to pay £10 million to bring in Cameron Carter-Vickers. But yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm excited for this. I think it's pretty cool seeing Ange and Kewell link up, but we'll have to, let me know your thoughts on that. But we've got more transfer news. Like I said at the start of the video, bombarded today with news. So allegedly that Celtic are closing in on Argentinian left back Alexandro Bernabei from Lanús in Argentina. Now, according to Football Scotland, Celtic have been scouting him for weeks, and in the last couple of days, and then in the coming days, a deal could be completed. In 84 senior appearances for Lanús, he has 4 goals and 10 assists. He's extremely quick. He reads the game well on defense, and from what I can see in his highlight packages, he's also very capable in playing in the middle of the park. And when you're a fullback in Ange's inverted fullback system, that is one of the things you have to excel at. You have to excel at playing in the middle of the park, because that is the way he wants his fullbacks to play. You know, now we have to remember, at the end of the day, we do have to remember that Celtic have been linked to around 10 different left backs already this offseason. You know, every single day it's a new one. And that's why I'm going to say, take these rumors with a grain of salt. You know, I'm on the opinion right now with this that I wouldn't believe anything until the dotted line has been signed, because we all remember how close, apparently, and how close the reports were saying that we were to signing Mohamed Jeze, but that has fallen ice cold in the last couple of weeks. But you know, it is still possible, of course, that this is a very concrete report and something we're going to have to keep our eyes on. You know, because now that the transfer window is officially open, we can sign players, bring them to the club whatever day we want. You know, and the report does go on to say that he could be travelling to Scotland to finalise this deal in the coming days. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I'll keep my eyes out. You guys keep your eyes out. And of course, we'll cover it all on this channel. And look, I'm going to show a graphic on screen now. Anthony Joseph, who I believe is very reliable in terms of transfer news. I'll put the image on screen, but as you can see, he's sort of broken down how Celtic are going with each transfer. And as you can see, Segrist is in talks, the goalkeeper. CCV is a done deal. The situation regarding Man City's 2 centre-backs, Celtic are monitoring it with Ko Itakura and Taylor Harwood-Bellis. The left-back targets have apparently been identified, but no names have been given. We're on the lookout for a defensive mid. Jota is just a matter of time now, as indicated by the hourglass emoji. And we are in the market for a striker, and obviously the Harry Kewell news about him joining the club. So that is a positive update, I can't lie. And it's positive because it has gone a bit quiet in terms of the transfer front recently, you know. No real updates about Ko Itakura, no real updates about Taylor Harwood-Bellis. But now that the transfer window is officially open, like I said earlier, I do believe that we will be seeing a lot more players come into Celtic. I think this is going to be a very important and very busy transfer window for Celtic, but it has gotten off to the most correct foot it could have, with CCV starting permanently. Our American boy. So we've got to make a chant for that. I don't know if there's any members of the Green Brigade watching, 100% get a chant going in there. Regardless, last but not least, Celtic today have confirmed that we will be playing Legia Warsaw in a pre-season testimonial match for none other than the holy goalie Artur Boruc. It will take place in Poland on July 20th as part of our pre-season arrangements, according to Celtic. Also, funnily enough, it is Josip Juranovic's former team, so he will get to go up against his former teammates and return back to, his former club and former stadium. So that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see that. It'd be pretty cool if Boruc played, he played one half for Celtic and one half for Warsaw. That'd just be something pretty cool to see. Probably won't happen, but I'd be interested to tune into that. But that is all from me. So as you guys can tell by this whole manic sort of video, so much news today to cover. I tried to cover it as short and as sweet as possible for you all, so I don't bore you out with the 25-minute long video. And yeah, that's all from me. So leave in the comments below your thoughts on everything going on. Harry Kewell, CCV, Alexandro Bernabei. Whatever you want to talk about, leave in the comments below. I reply to it all. And until next time, hail, hail.